Hi and welcome to this Reshade tutorial. This is a pretty long tutorial with specs, download, presets, effects and so on, so I'll have some timestamps on the screen for you just in case there's something you would focus on or if you want to skip something. Anyway, let's begin! I'll start off by saying that Reshade will not work on all computers. I recently helped a friend of mine finding a laptop that can actually handle Starstable with Reshade. And what I figured out is that you should at least have 8GB RAM to run Reshade and SSO. But in some cases, I have seen Reshade function on weaker PCs, it's just that some effects don't work or you have to have an older version of Reshade. If you stumble upon this or bigger issues with Reshade, I have linked down below SSPC's Discord link. There you can find great help, and this is where I learned a lot of the stuff I know about Reshade. I have also seen Reshade not working at all, but a full reinstall of SSO has worked, and I'll show you where you can find this. What you want to do is go to this PC, Windows, Program Files, find Starstable Online. Here you'll find the uninstall Starstable Online. Double click that and you'll start the process of uninstalling Starstable. Alright, let's install Reshade. First, you want to go to the Reshade website, which is reshade.me. Then you scroll down and you find the Download Reshade 580 with full add-on support. For some, as I said, you might have to download an older version or something like that, but I do recommend trying first the Download Reshade with full add-on support. Once it's done, you just click it. And it will say that it might cause bans in multiplayer games, just ignore that. Here, the list of games will show up where you can put Reshade. Starstable does not automatically show up, so you have to browse for it. You go to this PC, Windows, Program Files, and you find Starstable. Here's where a lot of people do a mistake. Do not choose any of these two. You have to go into Client and choose the SSO client. Once that's done, you click Next. Starstable run on OpenGL, so just click Next. Just click Next. When you get to this list, you want to uncheck all and check all, and click Next. When it's finished, you just click Finish. Now Reshade is now installed. Now you have to launch Starstable and we'll take it from there. In Starstable, in Settings and Graphics, what you should have on is shadows and reflections. None of the others. Some of these completely messes with the depth and won't let ADOF work, and it just messes with a lot of the effects and stuff, so only keep reflections on and shadows. Now, if you've installed Reshade correctly now, this bar up top will show up where it says press home to start the tutorial, so press home and you open Reshade. I do recommend, if you haven't used Reshade before, that you look through this tutorial, but I'm just going to skip it. Now, as is, Reshade probably won't work. I'll start with go to Add-ons, and you find the Copy Depth Buffer before clear operations. And check that. I'll go back to Home, and I'll search for ADOF, which is what a lot of people want because of that blurred background. And I'll also put on Depth Haze. As you can see, the effect is upside down. What you want to do is go to Edit Global Processor Definitions, this blue line, and you have Reshade Depth Input is upside down. Change this to 1. Click out. Now the effect should be the right way around. What I'll do next is go to Settings, find the Effect Toggle key. Here I usually put Q, which will turn on and off your effects and presets. What I also like doing is Input Processing, click the arrow down, and change that to block input when cursor is an overlay. What this does is that now you can move around your camera angle and move your horse and stuff while in Reshade. Next up, I'll show you how to download presets. A lot of you might already have a link to a preset you would like. I'll just go ahead and download one of mine. I'll have this link down below. I'll just head to the drive and I will pick the one I like and download. Keep it. What I'll do is show this and I'll put it on my desktop. Now, you head to this PC, basically where you put Reshade. So Windows, Program Files, and Starstable Online, Client. You can see a lot of Reshade files is already here. This is where you drop your preset. Now you just go back into Starstable. When you're back in Starstable, you go over to Home and the top blue line here. You find the preset you just downloaded and select. Turn it on with Q, and there you go. Now I'll go over some effects with you. Some effects that you might want to look at is ADOF, which is the blur in the background. This I would just play around and try figure out what you like. If you like it close or further away, then you change the manual focus depth to either further away or closer or whatever to your liking. Some other cool effects to look at, for example, like film grain. It will give you a little bit of a grainy texture. You can also change if you want the grains to be bigger, smaller. Another effect I would look at is adaptive sharpen, which is a pretty nice thing. It's easier to see up close. To put on some sharpness, it gives everything like a little more of a definition. I would also recommend looking at tint and adaptive fog and depth haze. I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and until next time, bye!